Amazing. This video is gonna be paying rent for decades. This video is gonna be putting food on the table for thousands of YouTubers. This video is gonna be job security for years to come for people like me. Karl Jobs, the confirmed liar, gaslighter, the person who made Billy Mitchell look like a saint and hero because Karl is just that stupid, that desperate, that self-assured of himself, has now released a 1 hour 30-minute video about RileyCS, the fake cat and cheater, not cheating. And the funniest part, exactly when he released this video, Riley got banned by Battlefield 6, and this is not speculation. An actual 100% real ban was actually dealt out. This is crazy. But then again, what do you honestly expect from a person like Karl? Because I will remind everyone, Karl Jobs unironically went to court, convinced he went up to the judge and said, "Your Honor, I present my evidence." A rando nobody's Reddit post. And he thought that that's gonna win him the case. It's insane. In any case, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna farm this personally probably at least 5, 6, or maybe even 7 times. Oh my god, Karl. You break all expectations. You are worthy to be Pirate Software's nemesis in the locale industry.
A few weeks ago, I released a video covering the alleged Battlefield 6 cheater Riley.
Confirmed, and very much confirmed, again, cheater.
CS, where I went through and debunked the biggest myths and misconceptions that were being spread. And at the
he did not debunk anything, by the way. And by the way, I have no reason to attack Karl. I'll be as impartial as I can because I watched this video. We watched this video. And this video actually did not claim anything. Karl himself decided to just sit on the fence and say, this could be cheating, this is probably not cheating, I don't know at the end of the day. So, Karl now saying that he debunked the cheating is a lie, because you can go watch that video and Karl literally says, I don't know if this is actually cheating. Some of this is real, some of this looks fake.
At the end of the video, I said this. On the flip side, Riley hasn't been banned in-game, which could be used as evidence that she isn't cheating, especially given that according to their anti-cheat team, they have already prevented over 300,000 attempts to cheat already. Well, shortly after I released...
That's only part of the statement, because I don't remember before or after that statement there's the, well, something does look fishy. And now, by the way, there's confirmation. There's a real ban.
That video, I started getting flooded with comments saying that Riley had been officially banned. I even got comments saying that Riley had confessed and had been kicked off her team. And indeed, it has been confirmed that RileyCS was banned in-game by EA. And we know that Riley was banned because this video said she was.
I thought that this is gonna be this thing. No. This is stupid.
So, I guess that's that. Case closed. Riley is a confirmed cheater. Thank you so much for watching, you legend.
Well, to be fair, it's not actually that stupid. It depends on what Karl says, because keep in mind, Karl's a moron. Again, he literally tried to use random Reddit comments in court as evidence by people who don't know what they're talking about. Also, let's refocus that one, right? Boom, baby. Perfection at its finest. So, the fact that Karl doesn't know anything, we already know that this is true. Karl, a person who knows to catch cheaters, you're actually supposed to look at footage frame by frame, refused to watch RileyCS cheating frame by frame. Because you can say a lot, but the moment you look at RileyCS's gameplay, you can see that he's cheating 100%. There's no question about it. Because when you look frame by frame, you see some insane shit. Every frame is perfectly like this. This is the center of mass, this is the aim. It follows. Literally every frame, it moves along with the target when it locks on. there is no doubt this is cheating. And when the AIM community, you know, the probably one of the most autistic communities in gaming's history, the AIM community that says, oh no, Riley's really good because he has 5,000 hours in Kovacs. Do you even know what Kovacs is? It's an AIM lab. This is where people learn. You can flick your mouse real fast. What a bunch of morons. I said this once and I'll say it again. If you got good just by playing a game for a long time, every single person would be extremely good. Training, playing the game for a long time does not make you good. There's literally people with 100,000 hours playing League of Legends, a single champion, that hard stock bronze. There's countless of them, in fact. If just playing the game for a long time made you a competitive player or actually even good at the game, everyone would be good at the game. But that's not true. So, spending 2,000, 3,000, or 5,000 hours in aim labs doesn't actually make you good at aiming.
I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next. Well, you know what? I guess while we're here, maybe I should quickly double check that video just to make sure there is some evidence to support that claim, because it is a pretty big claim. I mean, I know that someone would never lie on the internet, so it's obviously going to be a huge waste of time, but
Said the guy who literally lied on the internet to get people to donate for his lawsuit against Billy Mitchell, which was fake, and he misrepresented hardcore what it was about. And then he made a video calling the judge an idiot. The irony of Karl saying this is just peak.
These days, one of my character flaws is that I tend not to believe what people say unless they prove it. I learned my lesson the hard way. Given the title...
No, you didn't learn anything, bro. We watched the video where you called the judge an idiot because, you see, the judge presiding over Karl's case was just stupid. And Karl instantaneously knew the moment that the judge said, "Oh yeah, this is reasonable, I guess." That the judge is an idiot who doesn't understand anything, and only Karl's genius intellect could remedy that.
Of the video, I expect there to be something like a screenshot or a video showing that Riley's account was banned. And the evidence must be pretty good because other larger creators were spreading it as if it were gospel. So let's see.
It's the idiot tectone, okay?
What Call of Shame's evidence is.
As you all know, the video caused a massive uproar because it clearly proved he was using cheats. When the beta ended, the clip spread everywhere, and EA was absolutely aware of it. Normally, EA shares highlight clips from the community on their social channels, but they stayed silent on this one. Why? Because they know something was off. It would be a PR disaster if they outright banned him, and it would be worse if they defended the cheater like Call of Duty often stupidly do. It's a lose-lose scenario for them, and I understand that. But getting back to the alleged ban, look at what happened when Riley tried to play the beta in the second week after the video went viral. Every time he got into a match, he was kicked out within seconds.
Did my game just fucking crash? My game just crashed. Nice. Guys, what is wrong with Battlefield 6?
He tried to boot it up again and was kicked for the second time.
Oh, by the way, you know what's the funniest part about this? Because there's probably some people who don't know the full story. We literally have video evidence of RileyCS using a bannable program that gives you a cursor in the middle of the screen that doesn't show in the stream overlay. We have literal confirmation that he does use that at the bare minimum. By the way, you know, it's a cursor that shows you where your actually aim should be. It's easier to you know, aim like that in Call of Duty and other games that don't show you where your mouse is unless you aim down sights. And he was using that. There's no denying it, by the way, and that's a bannable offense. So it doesn't matter how hard you want to say, oh, there's no cheating. This is 100% cheating. Now, granted, you can be one of the mouth breathers when this was first uncovered saying, oh, actually, I don't think that's cheating. That's not a big deal. That's not cheating. I mean, when we take literal cheating and say, I don't think that's a big deal and that's fine, I mean, you lost. You just lost.
Close my fucking game.
Wait, should we leave?
The cheater now tried to repair the game files as he desperately attempts to log into the account that has been soft banned.
We need to ramp up the moderation.
He made it into a match, and yet again, the account was flagged and the game crashed.
I was getting a shout out from 2 big YouTubers, I guess.
Oh, I know what this is gonna be. I know what Karl is gonna say. He's gonna say that this is impossible.
Dude, the door... My game.
He tries again, and for the 4th time in a row, his account was blocked from playing Battlefield 6.
Terrible news, my game crashed again.
What the fuck?
This happened repeatedly, to the point where he had to log out and switch to an alternate account. On that account,
and there... okay, if the alt account, by the way, works...
he was able to play normally.
Yeah, that's a ban. That is actually a fucking stealth ban. Okay, I can predict 100% that Karl is gonna say these things don't exist. And listen, Karl's a fucking retard, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Karl Jobs is an absolute moron. There's no denying it. He's full of himself and he's an idiot. Like, the guy has no idea about any type of cheating involving this. He literally talks about Mario speedruns, which is completely different level of cheating than this. And this is a multiplayer game, first and foremost. Not a single player game. And this is an actual real thing. This is a real thing. There are stealth bans. They have existed for... maybe, I think I know about them for at least something like 10 years. There are different types of stealth bans. There are ones that just close the game when you try to join a match. There are ones that kick you the moment you join a match. There are ones that forever are searching you a match. There are ones, by the way, that are the funniest. I think some big game actually even officially made fun of people for cheating when they did this. The 2 funniest stealth bans are, one, when the cheater gets put into a match with bots. There's no real people, there's just bots. And the other one, the most funniest one, is when all the cheaters get rounded up and put into one server where they're playing against only other cheaters. The stealth bans exist. They do exist. Sometimes a company does not want to obviously reduce the amount of players that are visible on Steam, on other places, so, there's more people online. And if they have microtransactions, well, cheaters may be going to buy them, you don't know. And that's a way that they actually deal with this. So, this is possible. It is the fact that one account doesn't... By the way, only cheaters have multiple accounts ready to go. Why would you ever need multiple accounts to play Battlefield if you're not a cheater? Why? And the fact that one account doesn't work, just gets crashes and kicks and whatnot, and the other just works fine? Logically speaking, how is that possible? You're literally just switching an account. It's just a username. The files are the same, the internet connection is the same, everything's the same. But one of your accounts just doesn't work magically no longer? And you know that the solution to fix it is swapping accounts? Sounds like a ban. What is... If we're being 100%, by the way, genuine, Riley, and we're gonna say, oh no, not cheating, then how do you explain this? Like, logically speaking, how do you explain that? How do you explain that one account with one username gets kicked, crashes when joins the game, and the other one doesn't? How do you explain that?
Cheater was banned by Javelin Anti-Cheat, just not in a way that creates headlines.
Okay, so let me get this straight. EA thought Riley was cheating and wanted to ban her, but they were afraid to do it in a way that was obvious. So
Yes,
they rigged her
makes
account
sense.
to crash shortly after getting into games, forcing her to switch to a different account. I have to admit, on its face, this sounds really, really, really stupid. Call of Shame is just making insane conspiratorial...
Again, I'm pretty sure you can go. You can just Google this right now and find it. This is not new. So yeah, Karl Jobs is just gonna say, well, you know what? I have seen cheaters on Mario 64. That means I'm good at taking cheaters. By the way, the fact is, many people called out Karl for not slowing the footage frame by frame, and he still refused to do it. Because the moment you, again, frame by frame, it's 100% cheats, even a blind man can see it.
Claims with no evidence at all. There was no evidence presented that she was banned, and Call of Shame has no idea what EA is thinking or doing. He doesn't have a statement from them, and they haven't said anything publicly. He is just making things up.
By the way, not to defend Call of Shame here, but when it comes to others, this is the bar for acceptance for Karl. Well, when it comes to his own opinions, the bar is ridiculously lower for some reason. Ain't that strange?
And this is just a surface level glance. We haven't even investigated whether or not these claims are true. And spoiler alert, aside from saying that Riley's game was crashing, everything else Call of Shame said was a complete lie. Riley wasn't banned, and she wasn't using a different account. These are Riley's stats for the first weekend of the beta, and the account name is
Well, what is that supposed to prove?
TTV RileyCS. And these are the stats for the exact same account for the second beta. So clearly the account wasn't banned. But Call of Shame said she was using a different account, and his proof was that the in-game name had changed.
During the first week of the beta, he was rage hacking on the account TTV RileyCS. As a result, that account was not allowed to participate in the second week. He was forced to switch over to his alternate account where he had no issues playing for the entire length of the beta.
Wait, but we already know that this is true, but Karl is saying this is not true? Riley himself said switched account and everything was fine. So, we already have confirmation that there are 2 accounts minimum. We know that there's this is a person who has multiple accounts on literally every game he plays. And Karl is just gonna say, oh no, there's only 1 account, you have no proof of this, even though he just shows it himself? What the fuck?
As soon as he changed accounts, the problem magically fixed itself. So yeah, it does appear that that TTV account seems to have been soft banned for sure.
Well, the name changed because Riley stopped launching the game through the EA launcher and switched to the Steam launcher. When you launch Battlefield 6 through the EA launcher, your in-game name will reflect your EA account name, which in this case was
You fucking retard. If you have one account that's EA linked and one that's Steam linked, those are 2 different accounts. There's no way Karl is this stupid. Does he think that does he think that the EA launcher is linked or needs to be linked and the same as Steam? Or is he saying that, oh no, these are is he...
TV RileyCS.
Insane.
However, if you launch the game through Steam, it will reflect your Steam name, which in this case
Yes, because it's different accounts.
is just RileyCS. 2 seconds of research would give you this information. It was
Which is proof that it's different accounts.
actually a pretty big problem. Many people were complaining that EA were giving them warnings because of their Steam name, and some people even had their EA account suspended because EA didn't like their Steam name. All that happened here is
Yeah. What's strange about that?
that Riley's game was crashing through the EA launcher, which was a common problem. So she switched to the Steam launcher, and it worked.
And to be fair, that is actually kind of possible. Very, very unlikely, obviously, but kind of possible. But, so, so there's no way Steam would be a different account from EA. Insane.
That is why the name changed.
At this point, just use Steam. I'm in
Yeah,
borderless
Steam
window.
doesn't have the overlay issue, by the way.
That makes sense. Yeah, that might be the method then.
Yeah, I was curious if because of the overlay problem, if Steam just had like perma worse performance than the EA app version, and it's actually the opposite. It just never has that issue.
Okay, well, we're gonna get a game installing stream, part 2.
Just know that when you launch the game via Steam, it shows your Steam name.
That's fine.
Yeah, it doesn't let you back out sometimes.
Did you do any config pause for your FPS? I did during the first beta, but then I had to reinstall my game today to go from EA to Steam, because the EA one just kept crashing, and I haven't done the config since then.
Also, by the way, this is... Oh! Look at that! He said it himself. This is the reason. Oh, I'm just gonna believe that. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, again, someone else says something that Karl doesn't agree. He's like, Source? This situation happens, and Karl's like, oh, this is fine. Look at that. He said it himself. Everything's fine. This is a not completely unfair attitude. Again, the bar is not the same for everything.
And if you search for Riley's Steam name, the one that shows in the game, EA will say that account doesn't exist. All of the stats for the second weekend show under the EA account name TTV RileyCS, the exact same account that showed her stats for the first weekend. And you can see here in footage of Riley's EA account that the Steam name account matches the name
Oh, it is so linked.
that showed in-game.
Wait, but he didn't is this the same? Or is this different? I can't tell.
There are multiple levels of deception in Call of Shame's claim.
Okay, can we like get what's the name in Battlefield and then what's the name in Steam? Because what he said is different, I think, from this.
In footage of Riley's EA account that the Steam name account...
Yeah, it's different from what he said previously. So is Karl just intentionally not showing this, or what's the deal here?
matches the name that showed in-game. There are multiple levels of deception in Call of Shame's claim. He lied about Riley being banned. He lied about her using multiple accounts, and then based on those lies came up with an insane tinfoil hat conspiracy.
I mean, we literally have no way, I guess, to actually prove it unless he shows us the names. But again, we know that Riley has multiple accounts. That's not even a secret. There are multiple accounts. We know that's a thing.
Theory about EA being too scared to ban her, and therefore they devised some bizarre plan of making her game crash at random times because they were afraid of making headlines. And
Bizarre.
people actually took this guy seriously. And by people, I don't just mean random morons on the internet. I mean huge reaction streamers like Tectone and asmongold, who watched several of his videos. And Tectone and asmongold are basically like baby birds with their mouths open, just eagerly gulping down whatever half-digested garbage Call of Shame decided to regurgitate up for.
I mean, okay, let's pray. I mean, listen. Just gonna share the screen, okay? Okay. Look. I just googled, what is a stealth ban in gaming? A stealth ban, also known as shadow ban, is a restriction placed on a player's account in a video game that limits their experience without them being directly informed. Instead of an outright account lockout, stealth bans typically involve being placed in lobbies with other restricted players experiencing high ping, having their opponent's skill level artificially increased, creating frustratingly isolating game experience. These bans are often used by game developers to combat suspected cheaters or toxic players while avoiding the backlash and appeals associated with traditional transparent bans. And look at this. We have, what is a shadow ban? Call of Duty, okay? We have Wikipedia articles about this. So the fact that Karl is saying, oh, these things aren't real, I mean, they're very real. And I think every one of us knows that at the bare minimum, right?
For them. They both question nothing and believe everything is fact without any hesitation.
I mean, again, Not to defend asmongold or tectone. But how are you different, Karl? How are you different? You question nothing. You're clearly on one side of the argument here, no matter what happens.
And their explicit acceptance of Call of Shame's videos then spreads to their audience, who blindly believe them also.
Yes, the classic. Your audience is so stupid and they believe everything you say argument. Man, person watching, I wish it was that easy. I wish you believed everything I said. Then you would probably like the video or hype the video if you're a mobile device, because if you think that other people should see this video, that's the best way to guarantee it. So please, do it, support the channel, support our efforts to make fun of Karl Jobs, the absolute flying loser. And yes, 10 out of 10.
In this case, the stakes couldn't be lower. We are just discussing whether or not some random person on the internet is cheating in a video game. However, I care less about the content and more about the implication that
Bro, what is this garbage?
many people are willing to believe whatever they are told without evidence.
Not
and
a
then they will go
node?
even further and attack me and claim that I am a mindless defender because I don't do the same. I am less a defender of right.
Oh my god, we've watched this video. We made fun of so many people here. Look at this.
Go even further and attack me
Hey.
and claim that I am a mindless
I talked about this guy. All the defenders, by the way, who are defending Riley, know him. They're real life friends. These people got exposed in group chats saying, oh, it doesn't matter what they say. We just need to make this situation go away, so we must say there's no cheating no matter what. That's literally the group chat that got leaked about these people. They don't care if there's cheating or not. Their whole prerogative of action is just making it so people shut up. There is actually no need to figure out if they're cheating or not. Fun fact, by the way, this is the AIM community. The AIM community, when you look into them, has an insane history of defending cheaters. What was Nadia? Sweet Nadia, or what's her name? People like Karl defended. I don't know if he defended her. Probably not, because he probably didn't know who she is. But for example, XQC defended Sweet Nadia, saying, "Oh no, this is skill. This is real play. Look at me. I'm a competitive whatever Overwatch player." And then Nadia went to Alan and could not perform because she was obviously cheating. Yes. That's simple. That's very, very simple. And the AIM community itself has like an insane history of supporting cheaters. Whenever anyone in the AIM community gets accused of cheating, every single one of them instantaneously starts defending. Just blind defense. That's the first play. They're gonna deny, lie, and do everything of that. And then, inevitably, some kind of 100% proof that no person cheated comes out, they're just gonna sweep it under the rug and pretend it never happened. The AIM community, all of them, are idiots and probably cheaters to be found. Okay? And this is one of these guys. He was saying, Riley not cheating because you can move mouse fast. No, I'm serious, by the way. That was one of the arguments. You can flick your mouse. That's why it's not cheating. You can flick your mouse. That's why cheating is impossible. And my favorite, some people are good at video games. That's why Riley could not be cheating. Like, the argument level here was beyond... No. It was below kindergarten. It did not go beyond kindergarten. It was trash. Every person who watched this video, this guy, and thought that he's saying even a single remotely smart thing, you just failed an IQ test.
defender because I don't do the same. I am less a defender of Riley as I am a defender of logic and not jumping to conclusions. I have never
Lies and bullshit.
once said that Riley didn't cheat, and I even said that
I mean, you literally started the video by saying you said that Riley didn't cheat, and now you're saying that Riley maybe cheats?
reasonable person would look at her footage and assume it's cheated. It's just that I'm not personally convinced. But many people were angered by this. And in fact, things are getting a bit too insidious for my liking. Listen to this.
When Karl Jobs put out a video attempting to
Jost.
defend RileyCS, I was honestly confused because he has some actually pretty amazing videos, and then I quickly realized why he did it. If you're going to make an impartial video, you should never let a blatant cheater dictate how you tell your story.
I made many points in my
Wait, that happened? So where's the...
Never let a blatant cheater dictate how you tell your story.
Yo, we lost the golden opportunity. This talk never happened. Sad.
I made many points in my video, and Call of Shame addressed none of them. Instead, he just asserted that I was defending Riley because
I'm pretty sure you didn't make any points in your video. I remember watching it. It was blatantly no points because you have no idea about this type of... Karl Jobs has probably never played an FPS game in his life. So there were not a lot of points. He was literally just kind of parroting other videos that he saw about the situation.
I talked to her. Or rather, he asserts the mere fact that I allowed her to speak with me means that I'm biased and everything can be discarded. Let me be clear, this is an evil philosophy, but watch how it spreads.
Hey, a philosophy can be evil, but it can be right. That's the harsh truth of reality.
Tectone reacted to Call of Shame's video, and look at how he responded.
When Karl Jobs put out a video attempting to defend RileyCS,
Oh, this guy went in on me. Yep, trying to farm some really big internet updates. Yep. Oh, he
Did he?
said tectone bad in 2025. Plus 1,000 karma. Good lord, man. The moment a video starts out with asmon and tectone bad, I'm like, I'm good. And you know what's crazy? He said both of those things in this video. Yep, why wouldn't he?
Now first, Tectone is a blatant liar. I never said
True and based. Tectone literally does not stop lying even for a second. He's gonna tell you the truth any day now, boys. He has been promising to do that like for a half a year every month now. It's great.
he was bad. I made no personal attacks in the video whatsoever to a single person. In fact, I never even said his or asmongold's name. All I did was show 2 clips of Tectone and disagreed with his logic.
I mean, dude, listen, you're showing his face. oh, I didn't show his name. Oh, come on. That is the worst excuse ever. You're making fucking Tectone look good. That's where I draw the line, okay? Anyway, 10 minutes down, 1 hour, 20 minutes to go. My god, boys. Generational wealth. Here I come. Thanks for watching. That was Karl Jobs. Bye.